used to be LDS, and one of the things that I've noticed that our current members don't see, and this is applied to other religions and as well, I'm sure, is that when you decide to leave, you are deciding to make a big life decision. So, for example, when I decided that I needed to leave the LDS church, I knew that I would be losing a lot of friendships, that I would be losing my built in sense of community. For example, if I were to move or I go somewhere new, I knew that I knew that I would be able to go to church and find friends or some sort of community that would help me feel included, right? So I knew that I would be leaving all of those things behind. And I also knew that I would be leaving behind my relationships with family. Now, luckily for me, that actually didn't end up being the case for me. But for many people, my wife included, they have a different relationship with their parents and their siblings now as a result. You also had to figure out all sorts of things when you leave the church that can be really overwhelming and kind of scary. A quick example, I had to learn what kind of underwear I like. So I had to buy a whole bunch of different ones and I know don't like that, never trying that again and so forth until I found something that I liked. And it's weird for a man in their late 20s or early 30s to have to figure out what kind of underwear they're gonna wear and having no context for which you will even find comfortable. I guess what I'm trying to communicate here is that when I left the church, I knew that I would be giving up a whole bunch of different things, including maybe being wrong and making the dumbest decision of my life, and realizing that it was still worth it for me because I knew that it would be a better life even if I made a mistake. And so when people talk about like, woohoo, you left the church for that reason, there's lots of reasons. And on top of that, people don't take it lightly. At least for a lot of us, we didn't. And I guess I just want to say that it took me years for me to decide that I needed to leave the LDS church. So it was definitely not something that I woke up one day and said, peace out. It was something that was really painful and difficult for me to choose. And even years after, I still wondered if I had made the right decision. And now that it's been years, I can honestly say that it was definitely the right decision. I don't know that my life would be anywhere as amazing as it is now.